The mistake that almost destroyed my pilot film. One casting mistake came close to destroying my entire pilot film project. It was in 2021 autumn. I launched my pilot film project, a crime drama short film titled The Finishman. I had put together the entire project. We had already shot one evening in October 2021, and the next day some bits and pieces. Then came the time to shoot the rest of the film, the greater majority of the film, within the 5 next days. We filmed successfully on Friday evening with 5 cast members on it, and it was then 1 o'clock in the middle of the night. I was about to go to bed, have a snooze for a few hours before getting up before 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I got the text message. And the text message was from one of the cast members. And he just let me know, I'm not gonna come for the filming. Not up for it. Not even sorry. No any better explanation why. Okay. I was literally in a split second, I was furious, I was mad as hell, but I couldn't even shout, I couldn't even fucking curse out loud. Sorry, my friends. So I had to curse silently. And for the next 5 minutes, I was pacing around our small living room, which is part of it, you can see behind me, and cursing quietly that chap for a very cold place because I was that mad. I had invested several thousand euros straight from my own pocket to this project, which was pilot project for me. I had found an industry veteran from Vancouver, Ken W. Pearson, to be a scriptwriter, help me to do the script, the whole 9 yard, everything. The director and the cinematographer were from London, England, and all the cast members except one were out of this whole province. They had taken time off from their work to participate in my film, and they got paid. Everybody got paid. So they had booked for their calendar free time for the 5 days to make this film with me. And there you have it, no show. Okay, so what's next then? What I did, I used my 5 minutes rule in crisis. For the next 5 minutes after receiving that, I'm not gonna come for the film. Okay, bye. So what I did, I indeed cursed silently and was pacing back and forth on the living room floor. And this I learned on back in the days when I was working in Iraq, 2003, 2008. And when shit hits the fan, if you are not in the middle of field or something, first react emotionally, give it a few minutes time or at least a bit, and then start thinking rationally. So in a peaceful situations, it's easy. than in a war zone. But yeah, so for the first 5 minutes I was mad as hell, but then after 5 minutes, several deep breaths, and then what the fuck I'm gonna do with this for this problem, how I'm gonna solve this problem. And I stopped, I sit down, and then came the thought, this is a gangster movie. He's a rat. He needs to go. And I even said that quietly out loud in our living room. Okay, then I said, okay, I'm going to snooze. I need to seriously sleep. And next morning, while I was sipping my espresso, I felt actually good. And while I was still having my morning coffee, I phoned my good friend Ville Karnakari, who's a professional author, also major reserve, has been dealing all kind of situations in his life. I phoned him and I break the news that, what happened, and he simply asked me, how are you gonna make his character go away? And I said, he's gonna get whacked. It's a gangster film. And Wheeler said, yeah, actually that's really good. I've been thinking about that too once you said. Yeah, that's a good idea. So that's it then. And what happened then? Okay, we head on to filming on that day as we planned. And after wishing good morning to our cinematographer and director Max Wiley, I broke the news to him, and I told that I already have solved how the Snow Show guy's character goes away. It doesn't appear at all in the rest of the film. And we agreed that, okay, one of the cast members from Tampere, Augusti Tikko, will get a big chunk of the Snow Show guy's lines. Let's kind of melt down his character into Augusti's character. And we needed August to be a little bit more on the scenes, of course, because a much bigger role. So I gave him a call. He was already on his way for the filming a bit later that day, and he said, okay, yeah, let me give a call to my boss. So he arranged, literally in 10 minutes time, he arranged a little bit more free time from his work to take a partake on the Finishman filming. And okay, he then arrived to the filming on that Saturday a little bit later, and everything went well. And on that Saturday evening after filming what we were supposed to film on that day, we sat down with Max Wiley for have a drink, and we made changes to the script on the run within the next 3 hours. And then I went back home, have a dinner, have with my family for a couple of hours, and then sleep. And next day we started to shoot again the film. Okay. So what's the lesson from this? I learned with this particular screw-ups 2 different things, very valuable lesson, and I want you to have them with you, whatever film project, short or feature film or whatever you do. First of all, this Snow Show guy right from the get-go, I had a gut feeling. I knew that this is a risky hire for this film. He hasn't done any acting, first thing. Okay, he was very eager. Well, great, but after participating that first little part, which was basically a couple of opening scene and stuff on the first evening on October 2021. Well, anyway, I had a gut feeling that, well, he's a risky hire, but I passed that gut feeling. That was a mistake number one. Follow your gut feeling. It tends to be right. And the another one big lesson, make better contract. Everybody got paid. It was non-paid. It wasn't one of those non-paid indie films. Everybody actually got paid. And even internationally, when you think about so-called non-budget indie films, rather well actually. I would do same kind of film in a feature film form with way less money than I spent for that one. So okay, when you are about to hire someone, make sure that okay, that person is reliable, that person has what it takes to make that role, and make sure as well you can actually make it that he or she doesn't make no-show stunt. Okay, if some accident happens, that's fine, but that's a different case. But in this case, it wasn't that. And better contract. So that's that. Okay. Trust your gut feeling. Okay. In the Media Hustle, I'm interviewing every week fascinating people who are working in the indie film industry in different roles. I'm also bringing in issues like today's episode, screw up mistakes, just so you can avoid making those screw ups. Learn from me and other people's screw ups. And hopefully I'm inspiring with my content you and help you to make easier indie films and make them better. If you're interested, subscribe to the channel, and please, if you have any comments, write them below. And yeah, see you next time. Next time we gonna have interesting interview from indie film circles. Okay, thank you and see you next time.